So part 3, it's getting deeper. So once you've done steps 1 and 2, which is really work through the trauma through therapy, whatever means that you work through that trauma to heal. Healing is an ongoing process. So it's not like we're going to be done healing, but really diving deeper into your healing journey is what needs to happen to get closer and closer to your best, highest self and attract the best, highest life and people around you. So once you've really gotten through 1 and then 2, which was letting go and shedding the negative speak and beliefs about the opposite sex or the sex that you desire to attract, then moving towards something even deeper, which is embracing your shadow self. Once you're understanding the issues that you have internally from your trauma. So for example, if you have a lot of trauma with your mom or your dad or a family member in the past when you were younger, that trauma might allow you to be triggered and respond with anger or respond with hurt, crying, right? And so you develop something called a shadow self, which is really those parts of you that aren't considered light, that aren't considered happy and bright and positive. They're considered negative traits, right? I use air quotes because technically it's not bad or good. It just is. Let's say you're a person who now cries a lot or you get angry a lot at people. There's certain traits about you that you know may be considered flaws. The best way to work through those flaws is to label what it is and embrace it by using it, flipping it on its head to use it in a positive light. The way to embrace your shadow self is to do a couple of things. So for example, if that thing is anger or frustration or tears, then you can use an outlet. You can use an artistic outlet or other outlets to get that energy out of you, right? So that you're not spewing it onto other people and even internalizing it for yourself. So for example, you can start taking an acting class and doing scenes where you have to cry, right? Or taking up dance class or some type of sport and letting out that aggression, or maybe some type of active adrenaline high from jumping off out of a plane, or maybe something a little less wild and considered dangerous, even something a little more calm, like go bowling more, play pool. Certain active artistic sports and hobbies like painting, being active and creating art, it induces a certain level of chemicals in the brain that allows us to release and also express ourselves in ways that we wouldn't normally know how to express ourselves. Another great outlet for anger is spoken word. Listen, I feel like I'm the only spoken word artist who talks about lovey-dovey happy stuff. Like I be like, he makes love to me verbally. The words that leave his tongue got me feeling sprung. They stung me. And everybody else just be like, the system is rigged. I am hurt. I'd be like, oh wow. Wow, that's real. It's real. But yes, that's definitely a dope outlet if you are looking for something to let go of the steam. Art tends to bring out emotions that we didn't even know we had inside of us. So another great tip is to just free form, to just start writing. Just start writing. You don't know what's going to come out. You might be a poet and you don't even know it. Look at that. They also call that shadow journaling if you're journaling about the things that you're feeling and it's about your shadow self. And that really does bring more insight to what's really going on inside. Like you'll really be surprised. You'll start writing things that you didn't even know you were feeling. Another way to embrace our shadow selves is to start being the observer of our lives. So we have the conscious mind, the subconscious mind. And if we consciously seek to be in the background of our thoughts while we allow our emotions and our feelings and that inner voice to really do its thing while we just sit back and observe what's happening and not judge it, not judge that voice. What you don't want to do is judge yourself, because that leads to guilt and shame, and you'll start to attract more people who feel guilt and shame. And people who feel guilt and shame often, what do they usually attract? Negativity, disloyalty, lying, cheating, whatever it is. You'll attract those things if you do not learn to embrace your shadow self and continue to judge yourself. If you're feeling these negative emotions and you're judging yourself, just do these practices. Once you start to become that non-judgmental observer, you're going to start to see patterns and behaviors that keep repeating themselves. You want to write those down and really get to know yourself. Being more self-aware is genuinely the reason why we need to observe our shadow selves, because the more self-awareness you have, the more you understand what you have to work on, the more you start to build that level of heightened senses. Your sensibilities become heightened. And the more your sensibilities are heightened, the more you can feel other people around around you, the more you can feel nature, the more you can feel all things, really. And you start to become this more open vessel that can attract more positive light into you. The reason why it's good to embrace your shadow self is because we all have negative and positive about us. But the more you can turn those negative things into positive things, the more you're going to start to become a really fully fleshed out, well-rounded person who's going to start attracting the best of the best in your life. It's usually the people that aren't that self-aware that end up attracting people who are not so good for them, and who also end up being harmful to others because you're not aware of the things you're doing to other people. So that shadow work is so important to attract the best partner, the best things in your life, and then also to be the best person for other people. Because the universe isn't going to bring you that high value person if you yourself aren't working on yourself to become that high value person for someone else. So that is number 3, y'all. Please like and comment what you feel below. I really want to know what you're thinking. Comment your thoughts on working on your shadow self, and also anything that I missed. I'd love for you to comment. Another great way to embrace your shadow self is still to listen to my meditation. So if you guys want to pick up that meditation, the link is down below, and that is really going to open your mind, expand your mind, create that positive neuroplasticity so that you can reach that fullest, highest self that you were meant to be. All right, it's your girl Sakina Iman, and it was lovely speaking with you. This was so much fun. I can't wait to give 4 and 5. These are 2 more big ones that you're gonna want to hear. All right, chat soon. Peace.